Oh, welcome back to 300 the podcast. It's your boy. And as you can see to my right, the living legend, Lamar Jackson. We're going to get into my reaction to last night's game where the Ravens completely embarrassed the Pittsburgh Steelers by two scores, 14 points. Not a very surprising game. Oh, just before we even get into all that, my partner in crime is upstairs. She decided to celebrate by drinking an entire bottle of wine by herself. So she will be asleep until the Bills game. Yeah. But yeah, getting back to it, my reaction to Ravens Steelers. I'm not really surprised by what happened with the Ravens, at least. I knew it'd be a dominant performance. I also knew that they wouldn't let up. They weren't going to show much mercy to the Steelers, considering what Lamar's record is with them. All that shit is old, like null and void. Um, and he proved that. I believe once and for all, like against that rival in that division, and it was a great game. It was a 95-yard drive, the first one. I said once they punched them in the mouth like this, it was a wrap, and it truly was. I believe it was 299 rushing yards. That is crushing. Like I don't feel like anybody will recover for something like that. Derrick Henry was King Henry. I expected Incredible Hulk, and yeah, that's exactly what we got. What I'm more surprised at is the lack of effort on the Steelers' part. I think we wanted a fight, and we really didn't get one. Um, Not even from Pickens or whatever his face is, Mr. Attitude Boy. He had a couple really good catches, just wasn't nowhere near enough to catch up to the Ravens. But again, I'm more surprised by the lack of effort on the Steelers' part. Was expecting much more of a fight. Didn't really get that. They looked flat. They looked like they really knew what time it was on that field. And T.J. Watt was hurt. He had an elbow issue. But the lack of effort was surprising, considering what was on the table and at stake for the Steelers with all the rumors about coaching and the quarterback position over there. Pardon. All of it really came to a head for the Steelers last night. I'm sorry. Pardon. But yeah, it was a great game. I'm surprised I had my voice. I was yelling and screaming at the TV all night. Everybody knew what time it was, and we're rolling right now. Lamar Jackson took a really nasty hit to the back, and you noticed him grimacing all game. Was a little concerned about that. I guess he was rocking a heating pad when he was on the sideline, but don't think it was much of a thing to worry about moving forward. But yeah, three more to go. Three more to go to glory. And he's such a dynamic player. Like it really is. It's not fair. It's like he's playing a video game. And he's just pushing all the right buttons when they need to be pushed. His arm and accuracy continues to evolve, and it's what you want to see out of your quarterback. Having Derrick Henry, of course, is the perfect complement to his game because if he's not killing you with his legs, then he's handing the ball off, and Bruce Banner is, yeah, running it down your throat. Pause. Man, that's crazy. But you know what I mean. Um, yeah, three more to go. I read something online that the Ravens really don't want to play the Bills in Orchard Park. I whatever. I believe Lamar and what he says, that they're not really rooting for anybody. They're ready for anybody. So, do that with what you will. And the Bills got a very, very tall order in getting the Broncos out, considering what happened to the Chargers, and the Chargers were heavily favored. Not that they're the same team, but you get what I'm saying? The playoffs are something different, and, different people show up, different people rise to the occasion, and it's to be expected. It's the playoffs, you know? And this isn't like basketball where it's a series and you can bounce back. There isn't any bouncing back. Once you're done, you're done. It is off to Cancun with you. So, my belief in that this is, another great Ravens run that'll be capped off by a Ravens Super Bowl win is, yeah, it's well within sight. 3 more to go, and we're on our way to New Orleans. But for right now, we're going to keep smoking on this Steelers pack. I feel bad for the guy over on the other side, Russell Wilson. He's a very humble human being. He's very articulate. He's passionate. I think in his mind, he really wants to play better than what he's putting out, and he's just not physically there anymore. And the tools that he used to have just aren't there. You know, even with the supporting cast he has, it's just not really working out for him. And I really don't see him being there past this season, which is sad. You don't want anybody to lose their job, but you got to perform, and they really, really didn't. They ran out of gas early, even when it looked like the tide was turning and they might stage this comeback. It was just not. It wasn't there. So yeah, the Ravens move on. Today there's a lot of big NFC games, and of course tomorrow we'll get into that on Monday. But for today, game of the day is going to probably be Bills Denver, a huge game. Um, I wouldn't side on Denver coming out of there with a win, but again, you just never know. All that gets decided on the field. But there's my take and my reaction on my Ravens with a huge win yesterday, and we move on. 3 more to go. And yeah, enjoy football Sunday. However you enjoy it, whoever you root for. And that's 300 seconds from our Ravens. We'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Find me on IG. Follow me there. And till the next one.